In this type of story, tension escalates subtly, with slow building, emotionally layered scenes, leading to climactic moments of vulnerability and decision-making. The tone remains introspective and dramatic, balancing forbidden romance with raw, internal dilemmas to foster empathy, curiosity, and suspense. Ideal for a captivated audience seeking emotional intensity, these stories often blend complex relationships with moral ambiguity, leaving viewers pondering choices and the line between right and wrong. This story type leaves an open-ended conclusion that invites audience participation, sparking reflection and debate in the comments on what they would do if faced with similar ethical choices. The story should build tension subtly, moving from awkward yet innocent moments to increasingly intense, emotionally charged interactions. Escalation unfolds through quiet gestures and lingering glances that seem harmless but hint at a growing bond. The protagonist's conflicting feelings intensify with each shared moment, revealing a mix of curiosity, attraction, and guilt. The forbidden nature of their relationship should heighten suspense, with internal monologues reflecting moral dilemmas. Key moments like accidental touches or vulnerable conversations add to the internal conflict, pushing the characters closer to crossing boundaries. The story reaches its emotional and moral peak when both characters are left alone in a setting that feels intimate and private. This climax should be fueled by an unexpected, emotionally intense scene, perhaps during a quiet evening or a shared activity that pushes them past the point of no return. The protagonist's emotions overwhelm their logic, leading to a moment of raw vulnerability or impulsive action that shatters all boundaries. This event is both an emotional release and a moral tipping point, leaving the protagonist grappling with regret, longing, or a sense of liberation. After the climax, the consequences and lingering doubts set up an open-ended, reflective conclusion, drawing viewers into the character's ongoing emotional struggle. Emotional reflection. Following the climax, the protagonist reflects deeply on the consequences of their actions, feeling a mix of regret, guilt, and longing. This reflection should reveal the emotional weight of what's been lost, compromised, or forever changed. The protagonist might struggle with the impact of their decisions on their family, sense of self, or future relationships, which creates a relatable tension for the audience. Subtle but powerful sensory details, like a lingering scent or an empty room, evoke memories of their forbidden relationship, reinforcing the sense of loss and moral complexity. The storytelling unfolds in a confessional tone, as if the protagonist is revealing a personal, closely guarded secret directly to the viewer. This creates a sense of trust and vulnerability, encouraging the audience to empathize with the protagonist's inner turmoil. Descriptive and sensory language use vivid imagery to paint each scene, focusing on sensory details that enhance the forbidden attraction and emotional complexity. Descriptions of glances, subtle physical gestures, and environmental cues create a heightened atmosphere that is both tense and emotionally resonant. Emotional pacing slow down during intense, intimate moments to build suspense and draw out the emotions of each scene. Pacing speeds up during moments of decision or climax, heightening the sense of urgency. Flashbacks and reflections weave in memories or reflections to add depth to the protagonist's motivations and past, revealing why certain moments trigger particular emotions. Open-ended questions end the narrative with unresolved feelings, prompting the audience to consider what they would do. This keeps viewers engaged and opens up space for reflection and audience debate. Open-ended conclusion. The story concludes with an unresolved inner conflict, leaving the protagonist at a crossroads. They may question whether to reveal the truth to others or keep the secret buried, hinting at the possible outcomes without fully resolving them. The audience is invited to engage directly. Would you choose honesty and risk it all, or carry the burden of the secret for the rest of your life? This open-ended finish fuels viewer engagement, inviting opinions, empathy, and debate. By leaving the story open to interpretation, the protagonist's journey lingers in the audience's mind, creating a lasting emotional resonance and prompting viewers to consider what they would do in a similar situation.